And we will not see a run back here from Harris. Now we'll see what Michael Thomas and the rest of the offense has in store here. And CD, assuming he stays healthy, assuming the health, should get to that 1,000-yard mark pretty easily.
And the best part of what he's done so far is allows him and the team to relax their pursuit a little bit. Meaning, if they just have normal games, they'll get to the 1,000-yard mark. They don't have to force anything. But one of the reasons he's having the year he's having is what I call route running arrogance. They think there's no one that can cover them. No matter how many people are put in his direction, it just doesn't matter. He's going to find a way to beat them. And so far this year, he's done exactly that.
He sure has. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. The Saints on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. On 3rd down, here's Kamara. And he's got some space here. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice gain.
Jameis now on 1st down. And Thomas has it. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Jameis to throw it. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way, a dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Here's Winston. And that is incomplete. This Cowboy defense looked ready for that 3rd down pass. Brings up 4th. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. For whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when an ex-defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
But you're good at it.
Well, I try. All right, I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
On the return, Tony Pollard from his end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. Ezekiel Elliott gets ready to go again here on offense as he shuffles onto the field. Might he be on his way to a record-setting performance here, Charles? 2nd quarter, and the yardage number already ridiculous.
And they always talk about just focusing on the next play. But sometimes it's okay to dream big, because
I'm focusing on the 4th quarter already.
Listen, I don't blame you, though, because we could be witnessing some type of history here, and it's being done by him and, of course, the big guys up front who are creating the holes for him to run through.
Yeah, they've all been good so far. Now, after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Again to Elliott. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Prescott. Buying time to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Marcus Davenport. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Looking to throw. Prescott. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Prescott from the gun on 3rd. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And the Saints are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Winston and the Saints now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. They'll throw left side to start out. That's complete. And he will be taken down, but it is a huge play there to flip field position. And they'll be on the other side of the field as we have reached the 2-minute warning. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. He finds his man complete. That's Lee. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Here's 2nd and a yard.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, do a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. To throw, Winston. And he's got it. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Here's Winston. That is caught. Traquan Smith. Touchdown Saints. Traquan Smith with touchdown number 7 on the year. And once again, the Saints are back out in front. Lutz good on the extra point, and that gives them a 3-point lead. The drive summary that time, 5 plays, and it ends with a touchdown for New Orleans. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Dak Prescott on the offense heading back onto the field. And Charles, it's the 2nd quarter. Your team's losing. You're not playing well as a quarterback, but like I said, it's the 2nd quarter, so how worried right now are you?
You're concerned, but you're not panicked because you know there's still an opportunity. No one's excited about his stat line right now. 1 touchdown pass, okay, that's cool, but he's throwing an interception as well. Can he eliminate the mistakes and keep making the positive plays, the good plays? That's what they're looking for from him.
Time to find out if he can do just that. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Looking to throw again on second down. Prescott escaping the pressure right. Letting one fly deep for Cooper.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. Prescott to throw it. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Schultz. And he will have a Cowboys first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4. They'll throw again. Prescott. He's got his receiver, Cooper. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Play fake. Here's Prescott. Flushed out right. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches. Throwing. Prescott. Eluding the pressure right. And he is out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15.
Let's go.
The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
Zerline's kick is up and through. And that will do it for this first half. So thanks to the late field goal, we are all tied up heading to intermission. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks. Back for the second half of Thursday Night Football in just a moment. But first, the bye weeks are over. We've got a full slate of 16 games once again. So let's give everybody a look ahead at what's to come here in Week 13. Some great games coming up on Sunday, highlighted by a 1 o'clock matchup in Miami. A good test for the Dolphins as they get set to take on the visiting New York Giants. Taking on the Las Vegas Raiders. Taking on the Washington Football Team. And finally, on Monday Night Football, a good one in the AFC East. The Patriots and Bills from Highmark Stadium in Orchard Park. With that, let's take a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Cowboys. And this has been an absolute clinic in how to run the football. Over 200 yards on the ground just in the first 2 quarters alone. Meanwhile, for the Saints, here's a look at their numbers throwing the football in what was a very even first half. With both of these offenses having their way, it's not likely they'll need to be doing a whole lot at halftime. But the defenses are definitely in need of some adjusting. And for the call of the second half, let's go back out to Brandon and Charles.
Yeah, Coach, certainly no shortage of action in those first 2 quarters. Definitely got to work on my touchdown calls, so we'll see how much voice I have left for the second half here. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. No return there for Harris, and the drive will begin at the 25. Here comes Michael Thomas and the rest of the Saints offense. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, for Alvin Kamara, that speed-size combo, just about exactly what you want for a running back, and he uses that size, that strength to bust through a would-be tackler there. Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. Kamara's got the first down and then some. And finally down at the 36-yard line. 57 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
And his throw is incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Working out of the gun, Winston. He'll get this to his tight end, Troutman. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
And the Saints are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as they get the conversion there on 3rd and inches.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
Try to pound it in, Kamara. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
He'll try again. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Alvin Kamara. His 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Saints have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Lutz with the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This is Tony Pollard. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point, but it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give them 7 there on the first down carry. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll run with Elliott. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. A first down carry by Elliott. Oh, he bowls over it. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
Here we go.
Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. And dropped at the 35, but able to display some strength on the run. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. On 2nd down, Elliott. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And they're going to speed things up here. On 1st down, Elliott powers through it. And a good run as he manages 7 yards down to the 17. On 2nd down now, it's Elliott. He knocks him back. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Pushes him over. And they'll get this down to the 10. They're going to hurry back to the line now. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Down at the 2. Broke through first contact, but ultimately stopped shy of the goal line. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game. Nice execution there. Good job by the O-line getting him in for the 2nd time.
And you always have to start with credit there when you're having a big game. I mean, you don't get there by yourself. That's rare. But how about the ability to see the proper holes, pick the proper place to go, and find his way into the end zone?
Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. And we will not see a run back here from Harris. The Saints again ready to go on offense. And these two teams have traded touchdowns so far with their first possessions here in the third quarter, so we're right back to where we started at intermission.
Yeah, how about that? Tied at the half, tied after the first 2 drives of the third quarter, 1 for each.
And he will go down, a Cowboys sack. DeMarcus Lawrence has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Well, he was really focused downfield, but there was really no viable options. The coverage was too good.
And the defense really quickened the tempo of that play with their pass rush because there was nowhere for him to go with the football. The only place he ended up, down on the ground.
Meanwhile, Winston's throw complete there to Smith. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch.
Well, sometimes it's hard to take your eyes off this guy at the linebacker position. He can really cover some ground, and he did there to make that play.
And sometimes all of your best laid plans of play design, your X's and O's, they can't always account for individual effort defensively. And this was one of those times. Just a terrific play to hustle over there and get the running back to the ground.
Complete. Smith has it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
The busy night continues for Kamara. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
Second down, and it's Kamara again. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Flush to his right. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
On 2nd down, Kamara. They stopped after only a yard, taking him down to the 14.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature in the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Escaping and he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. It'll go in the books as a sack and a loss of a yard, but more importantly, it leads to 4th down. And Charles, they only needed a yard there. They try to pass the football. What do you think?
Well, I can't really go all out and kill them for the call because that 3rd and 1 fake and throw it over the top for a big play, that often does work, but in this situation, the pressure got to him.
And no field goal try here from the red zone. Offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th. They'll run. It's Washington. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. He only needed a yard, but he couldn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And the Cowboys defense is going to get him the football back. And you wonder, Charles, could that decision come back to haunt them later?
And it really could, because in this situation, you kick the field goal in a tight game like this, that's a good play. Yeah. But maybe what he's saying to himself is, I'm just not a big proponent of the old idea that any possession that ends in a kick, I'm happy with. He wanted to be really aggressive.
A little twist here in the 3rd quarter. On 2nd down, Elliott once more. And down he'll go at the 25. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. They'll run on first down. It's Elliott, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Bulldozes past him.
And this is going to be a Cowboys first down as he gets it up past the 35.
Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. The give is to Elliott. Trucks over him. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. And quickly they get to the line. On first down, Elliott. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4.
This is Elliott. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. They'll try to throw now. Prescott. To the left side and complete for Amari Cooper. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Runs over it and brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Now Elliott.
And the tackle there by C.J. Gardner-Johnson. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Elliott.
Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. And now they're in the hurry-up. Now Elliott. That's a gain of 7, and we'll leave them with 2nd and goal coming up.
A gain of 7 brings up 2nd and goal.
They'll try to run this one in, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott.
Fine work there on the touchdown run. And the Cowboys have taken the lead here in the final seconds of the 3rd quarter.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told, and it culminates in a touchdown run by Ezekiel Elliott. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away.
No return there for Harris, and the drive will begin at the 25.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot.
Kamara gets it again on 2nd down.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Winston now. Dancing to his left. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Decent gain on the scramble at 6, but now it's 4th. Here's Matt Bosher now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Now it appears we're going to get whistles and a stop, a man down on the return. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
He'll hand it off to Elliott to begin the drive.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And the offense moving quickly to the line. They keep on the ground with Elliott, running right through him. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Now it's a bootleg with Prescott. He'll buy some time right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore.
And the Saints are right back in this football game.
He got out of the pocket there, was wondering what he was going to do with it, but I think he was calling, his receiver was calling for the ball, wasn't he?
He certainly was. The problem, he called for it too late, and when he delivered, they were all over him in the secondary and came up with the interception.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Now it's Kamara in the passing game, and he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield, and when they see openings, take their shots.
Winston to give. It's Kamara.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Deshaun Gibson there on the tackle. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
Now Winston.
A throw over the middle, taken in by Troutman.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. Here's Matt Bosher now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. We'll call that a 43-yard punt, 2 on the return, and the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down.
Again, it's Elliott. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. That'll back them up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. Ezekiel Elliott not able to get it past the marker. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. So that's a decision that could loom pretty large here. They go for it on 4th down, but come up empty.
But I actually like the call, and the reason? It shows me a head coach has faith in his team overall. First on the offensive side, thinking they can pick it up, but also knowing that he has faith in his defense that if they don't, they'll go out there and stop them. I like the confidence he showed.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. This is 3rd and 9. Now Winston. Forced out to his left. Winston into the slide, and he's got a 1st down.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
Micah Parsons, the rookie, in on the stop.
This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team?
Touchdown, Saints! Tre'Quan Smith with his second touchdown of the night.
And the Saints are an extra point away from tying this game here in the fourth.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. 5 plays there on that drive. And it all culminates in a Saints touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here's the Dallas offense now, heading back out onto the field.
Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back.
They start on the ground with Elliott. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
Elliott going to get it again on second down.
Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll give to Elliott. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. And they're going to speed things up here. A first down carry by Elliott. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41. On second down, Elliott. And he's taken down inside the 30. They'll run on first down. It's Elliott. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4. The 23-yard line.
On play action, Prescott.
And, oh, it's incomplete. Oh, that would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete. That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. From the red zone now, Prescott. They'll roll him out right. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it's a 2nd down. From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Got to kick it, right? I mean, even the short yardage, you boot this thing, don't you?
Yeah, but I know how aggressive you are. I know what you want. You want to go for it, don't you? You're feeling it, aren't you?
Yeah, but treat it like a football game, not like Madden.
I like that. Fight the temptation, kick the field goal, because if you go for it and don't get it, you put a lot on your defense in a short amount of time.
So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Alvin Kamara and the Saints set to start their next drive.
And really a lot of guys you could highlight on this offense with how well they've played, but he's one of them. He's been spectacular so far.
I'd say he'd be the number one, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Because it's not just the numbers. It's, as you said, I think you said focal point. Well, that's what he's been, and that means he's created other opportunities because they've had to bring the defense to him. He's run it really well. He's caught it out of the backfield. They're trying to stop him.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field.
Another important fourth quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage.
On first down, Elliott. Power running by Zeke. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
Elliott will score. Touchdown, Cowboys.
And that rushing touchdown, his fourth, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
Zerline good with a PAT, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them, and plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away.
And we will not see a run back here from Harris.
And now back onto the field. Here comes the Cowboys defense.
And now Big Mo's wearing a shirt of their color. They're hoping to continue that momentum in their direction with maybe another pick.
Who's Big Mo? He's momentum, right?
Momentum. And right now, he's hugging them.
Winston and the Saints now with a 1st and 10
at their 25-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. That is hauled in by Michael Thomas. And he will finally go out of bounds, but not before he takes it down to the 25. A big-time play there for New Orleans.
Well, we know that he can beat you in a number of ways. He can catch it short, he can take it long, or he can do what we just saw right there, catch it and then run with the football.
Exactly 50 yards on that last play as they just go from 125 to the other for 1st and 10. Now left side on the swing pass. So nothing doing there. And it'll be 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Throwing again on 2nd down. Winston. And Thomas has it. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone.
And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. They've been moving the ball well offensively, really getting into a groove. Last play, pass completion. Now, finally, the defense gets there.
And you have to find a way to disrupt their rhythm. Do you do it with coverage or do you do it with pressure? They elected to go with pressure, and it was the right call.
A 42-yard attempt.
And Lutz's kick is good.
fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. Back now on EA Sports as the kick teams are out here following the 2-minute warning. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. They'll try and run some clock now with Elliott. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. So they come up on second down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. They go to Elliott again. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Let's go. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Power running by Zeke. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Let's go.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run with Elliott. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. They'll run on 1st down. It's Elliott. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. The Cowboys on their way to victory as they take a knee.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Dallas, the win moves them a couple games over 500 now at 7-5. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week where they take on Washington. Meanwhile, for the Saints, this could hurt in the race for home field advantage as they drop to 10-2 on the year. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at MetLife Stadium with the New York Jets.